So Cardano has made a lot of big moves over the last 24 hours. We've seen its TVL reach all-time record highs at over $400 million. Total wallet addresses have surpassed 5 million, and Cardano's price has broken through a key resistance level. So in today's video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about Cardano, as well as the overall crypto market, because there's a lot of bullish indicators right now. Let's start off with the overall crypto market before we get into Cardano. So right now with Bitcoin, if we're looking at technical analysis and the price, we're seeing two big things happen that are very bullish. Right now, we're seeing that Bitcoin has officially broken above on the daily charts this triangle, this descending triangle that we have seen form over the last couple of months. Over the last 2 months, we have consistently seen Bitcoin's price bounce between this support, this blue support, and this blue resistance line you're seeing right here. The good news right now is that, as you can see, Bitcoin's price is officially breaking above this. Normally, we can't just be excited just about this, because it has happened earlier, as we saw in early March. But the difference this time around is that when we look at the weekly charts, we zoom in a bit, we can see that now we are finally breaking above on the weekly charts this triangle as well. So this is an extremely bullish sign for Bitcoin. The one thing we need to be aware of before I'd say, yes, let's go all in. This is extremely bullish. We're going to reach all-time record highs. The one thing is that you need to wait until this week sees the weekly close above this level. So really, weekly close above 42,500. If we see the weekly close above this, then I'd say, you know what? I'm taking most of my USDT, most of my stablecoin reserves, pouring them back into Bitcoin, some of my altcoin favorites like Cardano and Polygon, and then I'll be really all in. But right now, still holding off just a bit until we see that weekly close above that level. Next thing I want to talk about with the overall market before we get into Cardano is what is going on with El Salvador. What we're seeing with El Salvador is that El Salvador has officially postponed Bitcoin bond due to unfavorable market conditions. So according to their finance minister, Alejandro Zelaya, came out and said that the country of El Salvador has postponed issuing its anticipated Bitcoin bond as it waits for market conditions to improve. They said that they intended to at first roll this out between March 15th and March 20th, 2022, but because of unstable market conditions and really just a massive consolidation, they're waiting. And they're going to be waiting for this really until the end of the year, probably around mid-September, they said. But still, this is on the fence. Either way, this is going to happen. It's inevitable. It's just on the fence. So don't be too worried about this. Just a little bit more time, just patience before it happens. Last thing with the market is going to be that we're seeing one other very bullish sign, and that is that the Luna Foundation, Terraform Labs CEO, Do Kwon, came out in a series of tweets, and he said that Luna is going to be increasing their UST Bitcoin reserve to $3 billion. This is extremely good for crypto, extremely bullish, because what we're going to see is that as Luna and the Terra Foundation continues to add more Bitcoin to their balance sheet, more Bitcoin in their reserves, that is going to help take Bitcoin off of exchanges. That is going to help push Bitcoin's price higher. So that is very, very bullish. These are basically whale accounts continuing to add more Bitcoin to their wallets. Now let's talk a little bit about Cardano, because a lot of exciting stuff has happened. Starting off with Cardano's wallet addresses. So Cardano has officially surpassed 5 million wallet addresses over the last 24 hours. We have seen that over the last 24 hours, there have been over 40,000 new wallet addresses for the Cardano ecosystem, which is extremely out of the ordinary. We have not seen this many wallet addresses added to Cardano's blockchain in a while. And what we're seeing is that we surpassed 5 million earlier in the day, and this really shows us that people are using Cardano's ecosystem. People are doubling down on their positions, and the most interesting thing about this data, if you look right here in the pink, it says addresses holding ADA for over a year have increased 33% in the last 30 days, while short-term ADA holders have declined significantly by 12.5%. So really what we're seeing is that people who got in during 2021, right around all-time highs, have just been holding. They're like, you know what, maybe we're down right now, but we believe in Cardano long-term, so we're going to continue to hold our positions. Long-term holders are continuing to increase for Cardano. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about the TVL, because TVL for Cardano has has reached an all-time record high of over $400 million. This is the first time we have ever seen this happen, and if you don't already, make sure to follow Bellboy on Twitter. It's the place I've been finding most of my news, doing a lot of my research as of lately, so make sure to follow them. But recent post by them says how Cardano's total value locked surpassed $400 million for the first time ever. And what we're seeing is that the TVL for Cardano has been increasing rapidly over the last couple of days and really the last 2 to 3 weeks. We have seen new projects roll out on Cardano's blockchain. We've seen MinSwap take over as the most dominant project on Cardano's ecosystem. SundaySwap is continuing to grow, and you're seeing that the TVL is just continuing to reach all-time record high after all-time record high almost every single day, basically meaning that more people are using Cardano's ecosystem. More people are realizing the benefits. More projects are building on top of it. In addition to this, we're also seeing that Cardano's transaction volume has surpassed Ethereum and Bitcoin and every other crypto over the last 24 hours. So according to data from Messari, Cardano's daily transaction volume at one point within the last 24 hours was at the $70 billion mark. And if you look at Cardano's market cap, it's nowhere near $70 billion. So that means that so many people are doubling down on Cardano, are buying and selling it, like more than the total market cap. What we're seeing according to data right now is that it's right at $43 billion, 42.9. So it's still above that of Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, every single other crypto. It is beating right now in terms of 24-hour transaction volume. This just means that a lot of people are using Cardano, a lot of people are buying Cardano, a lot of people are getting into it. And this has a lot to do with the last thing I want to talk about, which is going to be Cardano's charts. When we're looking at the charts for Cardano right now, what we're seeing is that Cardano has officially broken back above the $1 per coin resistance. This is a very key level for Cardano because over the last year, you can see this blue line right here. Ever since early 2021, Cardano's price has consistently bounced off of this support. You can see all throughout 2021, even into early 2022, we bounced off of this support. This is the first time that we have been able to break back above this resistance, and we are seeing already a big push in Cardano's price higher. We're seeing that right now Cardano is up over 10% over the last 24 hours. It is the best performing crypto over the last 24 hours, and this has a lot to do with whales who bought into Cardano at $1 per coin, a lot of big accounts. A lot of people owning Cardano have bought in around that $1 per coin range, and we're seeing that now that we've broken above this resistance, I'm expecting it to very quickly go back up to this $1.60 per coin resistance we have. This is another key line that we're seeing right here. We'll just draw this in so you can see it has been a key line for Cardano over the last year as well. So keep an eye out on this, but Cardano's looking much better. Overall crypto market is looking really good, and let me know your thoughts on the overall market. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I post in there all the time. Bellboy on Twitter, not sponsored. That's where I've been doing a lot of my research as of lately, but I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.